First on BBC One, more wry observations on life as viewed by Kelly Monteith.
Hi, welcome to Kelly Monteith's BBC Memories, and of course I'm Kelly Monteith. And this next little clip we have actually is a mini movie, and it was sort of inspired by, I used to love watching old movies when I was a kid, and I loved it like Errol Flynn, and this was kind of a parody of the Captain Blood films. The woman I'm after there is Gabrielle Drake. She played my wife in the first two series of my show. She's a marvelous actress, Shakespeare, and worked with Harold Pinter. I remember she told me she was doing a play with Harold Pinter, and he was in the audience. I guess it was a new play, and they're rehearsing, and he stopped her. He said, "Excuse me, Miss Drake, I believe there's a comma after that word." That's how exact he was about what he wanted. So working with her was a terrific delight. And this is a little film, a mini film, and they kind of, when we filmed it down in Devon. And the producer, or my producer-director, told me, he said, this is going to die in its ass. Nobody's going to laugh at this. It's just not. It's terrible. And I said, no, I think it'll work. And I think the editors really added a lot to it by making these silly sound effects and I think that's spiced it up. And there was one point, well, I'll tell you after you watch this. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it. It's our little parody of, it's called Captain Bleed. So roll it.
Pirate film on tonight. My favorite. I love pirate films. I always wanted to be a pirate. Bounding over the main. Oh! Sorry.
I am sick and tired of hearing, oops, sorry. I'm going to go and get out of this dress and I'm going to burn it. And please, please, don't come near me for the rest of the night.
Well, look, what about later on?
Especially later on. The way you've been flopping around today, heaven knows what would happen.
Ah, sparks would fly, my lady. Don't fool around with this buccaneer. What? I still think I'd have made a great pirate.
The flowers are beautiful this year, Mum.
Emma, I wish to be alone with my thoughts.
But, Mum, will you be safe? The nefarious Captain Bleed and his crew of desperate men are rumoured to have landed. And even as I speak, are raping our ships and pillaging our women.
Faith, they are desperate. I knew they were desperate. I didn't know they were that desperate.
But do not fear, Emma. I shall come to no harm.
Be off with you now?
Yes, Mum.
Imagine Captain Bleed here. How absurd. Faith, the fruit is falling early this year.
There's no fruit. 'Tis I, Captain Bleed.
Captain Bleed?
At your service, my lady.
So you're the infamous pirate, Captain Bleed. You're not at all what I expected you to be. You don't look bloodthirsty to me.
I thirst of a different kind, my lady. I thirst for a good, strong ship in the ocean breeze where there's no... trees.
You're a daring man, Captain Bleed. You realize that I am Lady Catherine, the daughter of the governor of this island, Sir Algernon Blushington. I merely have to call the guards and you would be clapped into irons.
Very well, then. Call your guards.
Guards?
You have an amazing pair of lungs, Lady Catherine. I bow to your pride.
I hear you're quite a swordsman, Captain Bleed. Your parry is the talk of the island, and many have been felled by your thrust. Again, and again, and again.
My eye is keen, my hand is swift, but it's all in the...
Tell me, Captain Bleed, What brings you to my father's garden? Was it seeking grapefruit for your scurvy crew?
'Twas you, Lady Catherine.
Me?
I've loved you from the moment I saw you. It was Friday, a fortnight ago. There was a white sale at the slave market. You were drinking a rum punch while your father was counting a slave girl's teeth. You were the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I knew you had to be mine.
This is folly, Captain Bleed.
Folly, Lady Catherine? It's not folly when a man's heart beats faster at the sight of such beauty. Ah!
You bleed, Captain Bleed.
You blush, Lady Blushington.
I regret to say that your daring was for naught, Captain Bleed. I am promised to another.
Tell me who he is and I'll run him through! I must know his name, Lady Catherine.
Very well, then. His name is Sir Percy Piffle.
Sir Percy Piffle? That foolish fop? That dangling dandy? That bewigged, bothered, and bewildered buffoon?
Hold your tongue, Captain Bleed. Sir Percy will slice off your head.
Slice off my head? Sir Percy Piffle? Why, that pinafore pinhead, he couldn't slice warm butter.
You're not frightened by Piffle?
Frightened? By Piffle? I find the suggestion truly ludicrous, Lady Catherine. No man is a match for the blazing blade of Captain Bleed.
I hear someone coming. Quick! You must return to your brigantine.
Frigate.
This is no time for foul language. You must flee.
No need to flee, Lady Catherine.
Indeed, Captain Bleed, you must. My father's guards approach.
Fear not. I have my trusty steed just over this wall.
But, Captain!
Aha! I shall return, Lady Catherine.
Hurry, Captain Bleed. Oh, hurry.
My course is straight, and my aims are true. There is no situation that I can't control.
Be careful, Captain Bleed.
Don't be alarmed, Lady Catherine. Captain Bleed has eyes in the back of his head.
You might notice a couple of things in that film. The one I did where I hit the sword in the tree and I did the flip. I didn't know how I was going to do that, so when we broke for lunch, I practiced. And once I missed and I landed right on my shoulder, this one here, and it's bothered me ever since. And that's been a long time ago. And also, I couldn't ride the horse. That was a stuntman that did that. And it bugged me so much that I had to have a stuntman do that, that I decided that I was going to learn how to ride a horse. Well, in London, I lived not too far from Hyde Park, and they have horse trails there. People ride horses around there. So I went to a stable, which was on one of the side streets off, I think it was Hyde Park Corner, or anyways, a very busy roundabout, traffic circle, as we say. And so I went there, and they put me on the horse. I told them I wanted a horseback riding lesson. I was a novice, so they put that silly helmet on that you wear. And he wouldn't let me ride the horse because you had to go through the traffic circle to get to Hyde Park. So I'm on the saddle, and he's leading me. So I'm in all this traffic, and people are looking at me like, isn't that's Kelly Monteith? It looks like an idiot with a stupid hat on this horse being led like I'm on a pony ride or something. But it didn't really work out. It didn't really, and it wasn't a Western saddle. It's the English saddle. There's no saddle horn to hang on to. So it was a little frightening for me. But I was bound and determined to learn because I was really angry that I had to have a stuntman do all my stunts. But it was a lot of fun to do. When we showed it, as we ran it, as I told you, our show would have a story, and then we would put these clips insert them in there to have this story flow. And we put it in there, and as I said, the producer said, this isn't going to work. Well, it got huge laughs from the studio audience. So he sent me down from the booth up there, he sent me down a note that he made his apologies to Captain Bleed. So it was a lot of fun to do. And as I said, Gabrielle was a joy to work with. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing you again. Please tune in next week for another episode of Kelly Monteith's BBC Memories. I'm Kelly Monteith, wishing you a fond evening.